does not have to be a new year, a new you. It just has to be a healthier you in the new year, you guys. Make sure you check down below in the description box where you can find the links to TLC products, including the ISOT, the NutriBurst, the Life Drops, the Resolution Drops. There are just so many things there to help you in burning fat and staying healthy. There's even the new Immune Tea, which I'm going to order. So I can't wait to try that. And I hope they get the sea moss back. But I do love the sea moss from Mint and Ocean. I'm sorry, it's supposed to be a commercial. Yes, okay? Get those TLC products from me. And do not forget that my biggest life change has been through Kiara LASHAE, Team LASHAE, ifyoucanmove.com. You guys get cute little outfits from Peja and Amari. You also check out Just Move supplements because she is helping us with the energy. Okay, this is the energy supplement. Love it. Okay, just got my protein. Gonna get me some after I work out. So yeah, y'all, down below in the description box, support. So you guys are always asking me where I get my glasses from. So I thought I would finally give y'all a real little ad, okay? Firmoo, I can't see, bitch. Okay, I'm just playing. I'm just joking. These are my new Firmoo glasses here. Super cute, right? They are prescription because I'm like totally blind. And I got these matte ones that I think are really dope. And I felt like they would go good with the fact that I no longer have hair. You know what I'm saying? But either way, you guys can use my link and give me credit. And get you some glasses from Firmoo. Come on in. Sorry, y'all. Y'all know I'm weird. Whatever.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl Bondy Blue. So let's go ahead. Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl Bondy Blue. Okay, follow me on Instagram and let's get into the video, right?
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl Bondy Blue and I am back for another 911 review, y'all. Make sure you share this video with those of your friends and family members and partners and social media, acquaintances that you know like 911, okay? Share this. Thank you. Let's go ahead and get into it. So, the episode starts off with a flight attendant losing her shit. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think by the moment that she grabs the champagne bottle and tells everybody to stick it up their ass, that we all feel her pain at this point. People are aggy AF, okay? They're annoyed that they're stuck on the tarmac, but what is she supposed to do? Like, they're talking to the flight attendant like she has some control over the plane and where it's parked and how long they stay on the tarmac. And eventually those little bottles of liquor aren't cutting it anymore. So she says, you know what? All y'all can blow it up your ass. She takes the champagne, okay? She employs the inflatable at the bottom of the steps of the plane so that she can slide out, and she chucks deuces. The problem here is that Daryl, y'all, we've seen Daryl before. Daryl almost died in a plane engine this one time. They saved him, but he almost died in a plane engine. So, when you see him running to save this white lady intended from falling out the plane, like she ain't know what she was doing, I was like, no, let her hit the ground. And then, call an ambulance for her, but don't try and save her with that type of inertia behind her. I was just like, yeah, no. Well, as soon as he started running, and driving the little cart towards her, I was like, no. Well, guess what? He went and tried to save her, and she rolled into him, and the cork from the champagne bottle ended up in his throat. I know throat ends with T, but I like to say it that way. It's funny. Throat, okay? So the crew is called. They recognize Daryl. Daryl was working with like a younger partner who's so excited to be on the job. And he says Daryl, he's going to make it because he perseveres all the time. Okay. He's an inspiration. He's going to make it through. They had to tell him to bed back. Calm down. As soon as he gets that cork out of Daryl's throat, he quits. And so does the flight attendant. But she had quit before she rolled out of the plane and, caused the cork to go in Daryl's throat. But now she's giving that energy to him, and the airline has lost 2 employees today. This was just a metaphor for how people go so hard for their jobs, and their jobs are slowly killing them. Some of us, not all of us. Some of us are great at our jobs. Some of us should be employees. Some of us should go to work, do our thing, collect our paycheck, and then go home. That's for some of us. And then for other of us who do these jobs and feel like our insides are slowly dying, yeah, they can drive you to a point. And your body might tell you before your mind does. And with Daryl, that's what happened. So y'all, Eddie and Christopher's teacher, Anna, okay, she used to be his teacher. She's not anymore, and I finally got her name this episode, okay, y'all? So Eddie and Anna go on a date, but it's like a chill at home date while Buck is babysitting Christopher, and they're going over the new math that they're teaching these kids, and Eddie is like, yeah, I don't understand any of this shit. I'm just kind of like, yeah. I think we got out right before they started teaching the new math, so none of us like 30-year-olds know what's going on anymore. The conversation turns to whether it's time for Christopher to know that Eddie and Anna are dating. But he's like, I don't want to, do too much. And she's worried about doing too much. Nobody wants to make Christopher feel away because he's still dealing with the loss of his mom. So they're taking it slow. They're not rushing to let Christopher know what's going on yet. When Buck gets home from babysitting Christopher, he finds Albert and Veronica just finished making out and rubbing their bodies together on the couch on some Netflix and Hunch type shit. And it's uncomfortable, and Buck is feeling away. Then Maddie and Chimney find out that with the new COVID restrictions, they have to rethink their birthing plan. And it's scary, and now it's making Maddie think that she should have an at-home birth in order to not have to deal with Chimney possibly not being in the room with her. Seeing the baby through glass, child. I don't know. Whatever they have to do with the COVID restrictions, sometimes you just rather just be at your house and comfortable and not have to deal with all of the separation during the moment when you're having a baby and want to hold your partner close. Okay? Child, y'all know I love me some Kiara LASHAE, right? And Kiara just had her baby like what? A week or two ago? It was like, about a week or two. I think it's been like a week or two. But anyway, they've been posting pictures of the at-home water birth that they had with the baby. And it's so beautiful. And it's exactly what I would want for myself if I was pregnant. Like, I would want to be in my house, comfortable with my family there to support me, in the pool, boom, bow, pow, baby comes out, everything's copacetic. That's the dream. Okay. So it's funny to me how like I'm seeing this more often, than I used to, because when I originally, started talking about this, maybe when I was like 26 or something like that, like how I would want to have a baby if I was to get pregnant. And my mom like flips out on me because she doesn't want me to do that. She wants me to be, by a hospital. And I'm like, we're literally less than 3 minutes away from 2 hospitals. Like, I'm just saying, there's an urgent care, there's an emergency room, there's another urgent care. And then down the longer street, maybe 5 minutes away, there's a large complex hospital. So I feel like I'm pretty close to help. If you know what I'm saying? Unlike them who were like 15 minutes away. You know what I'm saying? So all in all. But I definitely feel like the want and need to have your baby at home, right? So some crying ass fool is on top of his house with a gun, okay? Threatening his own life. They call in the negotiators and they're just kind of dragging the shit out, annoying the hell out of everybody in the neighborhood, including an ornery old black man that just wants to go to the damn store and he would like for them to move out of the way. He keeps going back to Athena. How long is this gonna be? How long y'all gonna be? Just get his ass down. What the hell is going on? Just really upset. They didn't order the food and shit like that. Got him up there having a therapy session. You know what the old man said after hours and hours, and I mean like 3+ hours of this shit, the man was like, I'm tired. He gets a ladder, pulls it up to the back of the man's house, and then pushes his ass off the roof onto his car. I was like, that's good fun. Holding up the whole damn day because you want to cry. Go in your shower and cry like everybody else. The whole while this was going on, Buck is flirting with Taylor, the reporter. We remember Taylor. He saved her one time. They kind of talk, they kind of date, but Buck is not emotionally mature enough for a woman like Taylor, and Taylor doesn't have the patience. But they have a conversation. And, I think he talked to her about Albert. And he's even wondering if Albert is breaking bro code by messing around with Veronica. It's just all very uncomfortable and weird. And she suggests that he just lie back, chill out, and let the universe work it out for him. Let the Lord send him somebody. instead of trying to go after people and making a fool of himself. So you guys, Maddie is almost ready to pop. And I do mean that figuratively, literally, and emotionally, okay? She's having a hard time staying calm at work, dealing with these rude-ass 911 callers that, oh, am I expected to wait for an ambulance? Yes, bitch. Like, what you thought? It was gonna magically appear in front of you just because you called 911? This is not Siri or Alexa. Athena was there to have lunch with May and notices how stressed out Maddie is. So they sit down and have coffee, and Maddie talks to her just about how stressful she has been. Like, all of the things that are going on. You try to keep your head above water, but eventually the shit pulls you down. And I totally felt that with the pandemic, y'all. I felt like the whole time I was keeping my head above water with the situation. I was still working. Everything was still okay. Nothing had really changed around here except for us having to wear masks and really not having anywhere to go, in between times. So it became more work. And now I'm trying to find a balance in that because I stressed myself out to the point of fatigue and the feelings of it all. You know what I'm saying? It gets to me sometimes. So I understood what she was talking about, and I really couldn't imagine being pregnant right now. And often I say, thank God I didn't get pregnant before or during this because I kind of don't want to be right now. I'm good with working out and working on my six-pack. Like, I'm straight with that. I really couldn't imagine being stressed out, being pregnant right now, dealing with everything that's going on. So if pregnancy happens like in the next maybe 2 or 3 years, I won't be upset. Athena basically tells Maddie that no matter what, it'll be okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, ultimately, when she had May, everything was great. But she struggled so much with Henry, or Harry, whichever it is, that by the time he got there, she felt like, I love him even more just because it was such a struggle to get him here. And it'll be the same thing with Maddie's little girl. She was like, I can't wait to meet her, but I'm just scared. I almost wish I can keep her in here until the world calms the hell down. And I'm like, child, I understand that. That's why I'm glad I'm not pregnant. I mean, that's no shade, to anybody that is. That's a blessing. Don't get me wrong. But I'm just saying it just adds an extra layer of what the going on, and everything. So just a way stressful situation, y'all. Then we see this adorable moment with Henrietta and Karen's little girl. Y'all know they're little adoptive. Well, they haven't adopted her yet, but she's their foster kid, Nia. And y'all know she's so adorable, okay? Karen ended up cutting her finger, and Henrietta was tending to the wound, and they noticed that all the bandages are missing. And then Karen notices that there's a trail of them leading to Nia and her teddy bear because she's playing doctor with the teddy bear. And Henrietta was like, you want to help mommy, fix mommy up or whatever, She was like, yeah, I want to help. She was like, come into my office, mommy. It was the most adorable thing ever. That little girl is adorable. I'm going to be so upset when they take her off the show. I'm going to be so upset. So Karen mentions that their social worker will be coming to visit them soon because they've had Nia for a year. And that's right around the time that they start talking about a permanent situation. So they're excited. Athena gets called to a house where the alarm keeps going off, driving the damn neighbors crazy, and nobody knows what's going on. When Athena gets to the house, there's an older Caucasian lady there, seemingly very nervous, bloodshot eyes, like, ma'am, what's going on in here? It feels sketchy, okay? Athena is like, you know what? It seems as if the issue with the alarm is coming from the bedroom. So let me go and check the bedroom. She goes to the bedroom. There's a deep freezer. We're nervous. We pull out the gun. There's nothing in the deep freezer but food. The wife says that, well, her husband is out of town right now. And, he wanted her to stock up when the pandemic happened. Okay, makes sense enough. But the energy is still wrong. Something is amiss. She notices that there is an alarm that's not connected on the window. So when she reconnects it, it falls back off, which is something going on with the wall. Okay, so it's like, okay, so what's going on here? Where is your husband? Child, come to find out, this bitch done pulled an Angel. I don't know if y'all remember the episode of Angel where we find out that Cordelia's roommate, the ghost, became a ghost because his mom didn't want him to leave. So she buried him alive in the wall. That always stuck with me. People are really sick. But yeah, that for some reason, that story always stuck with me. She stabbed her husband in the back and thought he was dead and then thought she was hiding his body in the wall. Come to find out he's still alive. So the crew gets there, they get him out of the wall and get him off to the hospital, and Athena arrests this crazy ass lady that simply just lost her shit because she could not deal with the fact that the man she was supposed to divorce, she now was forced to live with during the pandemic. And she just got to her boiling point. I said, no, bitch, you was crazy before that, which is why y'all's marriage wasn't working out and y'all were about to get a divorce. He was crazy too. He was blue taping the house in halves and shit. I'm like, y'all need to stop. Like, I don't care if you're in a pandemic or not. Buy another house. Get another space. Shit, I don't know. Go to a family member's house. You know what I'm saying? But do something. Don't stay in the house with somebody that you want to kill. You know what I'm saying? It's time to go for a walk. Eddie tries to talk to Christopher about Anna, but he mentions it like, you know, the woman I'm dating, not saying that it's Anna. And Christopher flips out. No, you're making me really upset. When? You know, he's a kid. Knocks some shit over, storms off, closes the door. And Eddie's just like, oh, man. And I'm like, here's my thing, y'all. Christopher has obviously gotten to the age where he can express himself with anger and knock shit over and have temper tantrums like any other preteen. So I'm trying to understand why we ignore these actions. You know what I'm saying? Like, am I the only one that feels like you don't have to hit a kid, but there needs to be some type of correction in these moments? Like, hey, I understand that you're upset right now, but that does not mean you get to break things in this house. It also does not mean that you get to be disrespectful towards me because you're upset. So calm down, figure out what you're feeling, and talk to me. Like, to just let it go unchecked seemed problematic to me. But you know what? Whatever. Eddie FaceTimes with Anna, and once he explains everything that happened with Christopher, she's like, well, maybe we should just take a step back. I don't want to put him in a situation where he's any more uncomfortable, unhappy than he has already been. You know, the mom dies, everybody's leaving, the grandma died. Like, you know, everybody's getting sick and dying on him. It's tough. It's really tough. Y'all, it's crazy to me. I never took any of the deaths in my family hard like that. You know, to where I felt like I was going to keep losing people. But I also didn't lose my mom or my dad at an early age like that. I lost my grandparents and my cousins and, you know, my aunts and stuff like that. People still very close to me, especially my grandfather and my grandmother. Like, oh my God, sore to the heart. But still, you know, losing your mom, totally different. Eddie says that he does not want Anna to disappear. He said, you're not going nowhere. You hear me? I was like, oh my God, don't sing R. Kelly. Dun, 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 dun. Shut up. I'm not gonna do it, you guys. I will never leave. No, baby, can't you see? I was born to be with you. I will never leave. No, no, and forever. I'm not gonna do it. I did it. I'm sorry, y'all. I love that song. Anyway, he goes to look to Christopher to talk to him after he gets off the phone with Anna and realizes that Christopher is gone. So he freaks out. Come to find out, he called an Uber and went to Buck's place. And Buck calls to let him know. And Buck says, listen, obviously we need to talk. And he just expresses, you know, like he's tired of everybody leaving him and he doesn't want to like his dad's new girlfriend, all for her to leave him again. I was like, damn, Christopher, you could have said that to your dad. He would have told you, hey, there's somebody you already know. So y'all, Buck tricks Taylor, the reporter, into a double date with Albert and Veronica. And she was pissed. She thought they would have some casual conversation, a little ooh-ooh, and she'd be on her way. She didn't think she was showing up to be a showman's piece for him and this other girl and Albert, because it made her feel away. She was pissed. I thought she was overreacting, but when she went out into the hallway and, you know, basically said, I thought you were inviting me out because you wanted to be with me, not because you wanted to use me to save face with them, you know. She put him on blast, though. She said that he always needs an ego stroke and she can't deal with this type of insecurity. Veronica was like, I can't either. Veronica, shut up. Veronica's annoying as hell. Like, I get it, sis, but you're coming from a place real angsty. Like, it's real angsty, bitch. And I'm like, for what? Like, why are you this angsty? Somebody needs meditation and yoga or something, but you're coming from a place of anger. Taylor needed a friend, though. Taylor is going through it right now, and Buck handling their relationship, only thinking about himself, just shows how selfish he still is and how he needs to grow out of that. Someone needs to call their therapist. So y'all, Chimney loses his shit on Maddie. Not in like a bad way, but just like crying and getting upset about the idea of something happening to her when she goes into labor. not on his watch. And she was like, you know what? I'm not going to argue and fight with you about it. I'm not going to put you through that. I love you. I love this baby. And if it makes you feel better that I have the baby in the hospital, whether you're there in the parking lot, it's fine. That's what we'll do. So it ended up being a moment where he was about to deep dive off the edge. And she called him like, oh no, come back. We're okay. We're good. They love each other. It's super cute. So y'all, Buck is trying to call Taylor after he completely ruined things with her. But she can't answer the phone right now because she's on the news having a moment, okay? She's doing her, like, her outro or whatever, like, you know, about to do her reporter's tag and give her last little sum up for the story. And it's hard, you know, it's a lot of people dealing with COVID and all of the negative effects, being sick, not being able to get help, all these things, right? And the thing that made me mad about this scene was that right in a moment where she's getting emotional, she turns her back to the camera. And the photographer keeps the exact same shot on the back of her head. And I lost my shit in the moment. I was like, what kind of photographer are you? Everybody knows that you need to be moving with your reporter. If I were the photographer and my reporter was having a moment, as soon as I realized they were having a moment, I would start panning the crowd. Okay, but he gave her the moment when she turned around. When she turned around, he was supposed to pan off of her and zoom out so that she would be speaking as he was panning over the crowd. That's what he was supposed to do, but that's not what he did. He kept the shot on her head and made the shit look weird. And then after it was over, are you okay? Are you okay? Do your job. Do your job. Go see what the doctors are mumbling about. She looks at her phone and sees that Buck keeps calling, right? And the doctors say basically that their freezer went out. Nobody noticed it until now. So they have 600 COVID vaccines that have defrosted. And if they don't get them out in 2 hours, they will all be wasted. So she calls Buck back. He instantly tries to apologize, but she was just like, listen, I'm not calling for your apology. I need some superhero help. Okay, so strap on your cape, come down here. So they basically got the crew, got all of these vaccines, sent them off to various places and had people signed up to get them vaccines. They are really pushing the vaccines, y'all. They are really pushing the vaccines. I feel like it's cool. If y'all want to get vaccines, I want everybody who wants them to go and get them so that we can not have to worry about this anymore. And then I'll stay inside until all of y'all are, okay, decontaminated. And then I'll come back outside. Okay, like that's how I'm feeling about it right now. But I'm not taking off no mask and I'm not changing shit about how we've been living for the past few months until I feel comfortable. And I damn sure don't feel comfortable right now. And I also don't feel comfortable putting, you know, outside. I mean, I'm going to just say, like, yeah, we put a lot of different things in our bodies, but that doesn't mean I don't think about those things before I do them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have to, you know, do the toss up. And right now, everybody else can do it. My mom got the vaccine. People can get the vaccine. Okay, that's fine. I just don't feel comfortable. And I feel like if I can just wait it out and not have to do that, then why not? That's how I feel, to be honest. Buck and Taylor actually have an opportunity to talk, and she expresses to him how hard it's been for her, basically telling all of these stories, all of these sad stories about how this is affecting people and not being able to do anything about it, not being able to help them. Like, yeah, I imagine it was a lot. Child, I was so glad I wasn't working at the news station when this shit happened. Whew. So, y'all, Eddie brings Christopher's teacher, Anna, in so that he can meet her, and he's so happy to see her. I mean, he was like, oh, and they hug, and I was just like, oh my God, I love it. Christopher, you're so adorable, but you're getting older, so please stop teaching him like please stop treating him like he's a kid, because he's not. But oh my God, it was so adorable. He's a preteen. At the end of the episode, Albert broke up with Veronica because she didn't like his friends. I was just like, that girl is problematic and unhappy. Like, don't nobody need to be with her. Henrietta gets home and finds out that the social worker is trying to take Nia and give her back to her birth mother. Yeah, it's upsetting. But yeah, you guys, that was 911. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I love y'all, and I'll see y'all in the next one.